Hello, Hawkeye fans, and today joining me is former football student athlete and recent graduate, Butch Caldwell. Butch, how are you?
Doing wonderful, Laura. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. I am glad that you were able to join me today. I appreciate your time. You played for the Hawkeyes in the 70s, named MVP in 1976. What does it mean to you to be a football alum?
To me, to be a football alum, it's an honor for one. When I came here, I was 18 years old, and Iowa took such an interest in me that I was glad to be here. And once I got here, I didn't really regret not coming because of the people, just the experience that I was having during that time. And as far as being an alum, I'm glad to be a part of what's happening now. I was part of that foundation. It's the Laura Foundation, but we were part of that foundation to see where it is now. And the things I like to do is I like to be more involved in the actual football program if possible.
Okay. What kind of involvement piques your interest?
Um, I'm good at recruiting. I like to recruit. I like to work with the individual players. I just like the whole aspect of just football, just being involved in it again without being playing. I coached high school football for about 30 years, and I enjoyed it. And I enjoyed preparing the young men for the future they were going to have. Because once you come to the level of college, it's a whole different ballgame. So, like I said, I like to get into recruiting, just working with some of the players individually, and just being a part of the program.
Right. So was that kind of your motivation to come back and complete your degree?
Well, the motivation for me to come back and complete my degree is I've done football camps all over the United States, and my priorities that I give them are your faith, your family, your education, and then your sport. And I've been doing that for so long, and plus I've been trying to get back for the last 25 years, but due to various complications and stuff, it didn't happen. But just doing that, I woke up one morning, I looked in the mirror, and I said, I feel like a hypocrite. Here I am pushing education to these kids, although I tell them I didn't graduate. I've had some wonderful jobs without a degree. I said, but that's something that I need for myself. And that was my whole motivation right there,
Yeah. So
was to
that was
be able
kind
to
of
look at these
your
kids in the face.
Yeah, that was your
Yeah,
way of kind of walking the walk after talking the talk after all
it
these years,
sure
right?
was. It sure was.
All right. So what is your degree in?
Communication studies with the concentration in television and film production.
The television and film production. That's kind of
Yeah.
unique. Why is
Well,
that?
I did a television show for I say about 10 years when I was in Ohio. It was an entertainment variety show. So I've always been intrigued with television and film, and the editing and all that goes with it. And I haven't been able to hook up with the film companies yet, but that would be the icing on the cake right there.
Kind of like a renaissance man. You've got all these really unique capabilities, but you want to take your talents and use them for football and use it for helping out the younger generation. I love that. So what was your overall experience like in the degree completion program at Iowa?
It was well, let me start off by saying I feel like Fred Flintstone going to meet George Jetson because of the time frame. I mean, everything has just accelerated. So since I finished back in, my last year was in '76, and the classes are altogether different. The whole ambiance is altogether different. Just getting used to everything being technical and technology, and the classes are, they're not really as in depth as they used to be. We used to have professors that really took time and explain stuff. Now it's just they go over certain stuff and they give you a handout on it, and that's pretty much it. But as far as the program is concerned, I think it's a great program. I encourage more athletes who have not gotten their degrees to go ahead and get involved in it because it's the best thing that can happen to them.
So lastly here, I mean, you said that you coached high school football for 30 years. What lessons did you take from what you learned at Iowa and then apply it there, or maybe just in your general life that, you still kind of utilize today?
Well, first of all, you have to have a great work ethic. in order to do anything. And that was one of the primary things that I pushed with my athletes. Secondly, was be true to your fellow teammate, because you don't know when you're going to have to depend on him on the field and when he's going to have to depend on you. So, continuity is the number one priority in that a great football team has. Also, that the community involvement. When you walk out of your door, if you're an athlete, when you walk out of your front door, you lose your personal identification. You become a public entity, and you represent your school, your neighborhood, your community, and everyone in there. So you have to carry yourself in that manner. So those are the primary things that I taught them, and just the fact that to utilize the God-given talent they have in order to get a free education, and that's basically what it boils down to.
All right, I love that. I can tell you've done a little bit of recruiting in your life. I love all of that
Oh
advice.
yeah,
That was great.
yeah. I have a lot of friends, guys I played with here, and guys that I knew back from high school who have gone on to college and coaching. Ernie Sheeler and I, he played also. We're advocates of getting kids in school. I mean, I've been able to, thank God, that I've been able to call coaches that I know and get them a scholarship on my word or Ernie's word, because they know that we know the type of kids that will be successful, and and they take a chance on them. And that's one of the things that I'm really proud about, because like I said, that's one of the things that I took from Iowa. Be a man of your word and back up whatever you say. So that's being a great Hawkeye.
Yeah, I love that. That is well encompassed. Well, Butch, thank you again so much for your time, for joining me today. As we always say, once a Hawkeye, always a Hawkeye, and congratulations on the completion of your degree.
Thank you so much, Laura.
All right, thank you.